Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. In this video, I am going to discuss all the aspects related to RBI DEPR vacancies. We will discuss the profile of the DEPR grade B officer, what is the eligibility for DEPR stream, the exam pattern, what are the vacancies that have come in the past and the trend of the applicants for these vacancies, what has been the cutoff trend, the syllabus for the exam, the books that you can refer for preparation, the past year papers and pre-mock tests that are there available at iExamB. So we'll discuss each of the aspects in detail to help you decide about your preparation, whether to apply and if at all then how to prepare for the DEPR vacancies. So what is DEPR? It is the Department for Economic and Policy Research. So it's a specialized department in RBI, and RBI recruits at the grade B level every year for this particular department also. This department is the knowledge center for macroeconomic policy oriented research. So if you are a part of this department actually undertakes a lot of research that will help in the policy decision making of the RBI in various respects, especially related to the monetary policy, the growth and inflation dynamics. So we know that RBI is the monetary head in the country and takes the monetary policy decisions, and while taking so it has to take into account the GDP and the economic growth in the country and also the inflation dynamics, because RBI follows and targets the inflation in the range of 2 to 6%. So a lot of research is supported for such decision making, then also related to the financial markets, the macroeconomic forecasting, the banking sector, financial stability and the external sector management. So this is like the think tank, you can say, for RBI. So if you want to make a career in the policy decision making aspect in the RBI, this is the department that you can target. So coming to the eligibility, so if you want to apply for this particular department, the specialized DEPR department, you need to have a master's degree in economics or econometrics or quantitative economics or mathematical economics, integrated economic course or a finance course, and the minimum marks requirement is 55%. If you are holding a PGDM or an MBA finance with a minimum 55% marks, even then you are eligible to apply. Or if you have an economics degree in any of the subcategories of economics like agricultural economics, business economics, developmental economics or applied econometrics or economics degree, also if you have a master's degree, right? So you need a master's degree with of course a minimum 55% of marks, then also you are eligible to apply. Please note for SC/ST these minimum marks are 50%. And another thing, many people think that the doctorate degree will be essential. It is not essential, it is desirable. So if you have a doctorate degree in economics or research or any teaching experience in economics, then it may be desired, it may be considered, but it is not an essential. So essentially you should have a master's degree in economics or finance or any of the streams related to economics. So what is exactly the exam pattern? So this is the exam pattern that consists of 3 papers. The first paper is an objective paper, and this paper is on economics. Okay, so it's not a general paper, it is an economic focused objective MCQ based paper of 100 marks. This you can say is something like the phase 1. So only when you qualify the cutoff for paper 1 do you become eligible to write paper 2 and paper 3. Paper 2 and paper 3 are done together. So you can say this is kind of phase 2 of this exam, and both in this phase 2 Both this paper 2 and 3 are descriptive in nature. However, you have to note the paper 2, which is economics based, is a handwritten paper. Okay, so it is like a pen written paper, and your paper 3, which is English descriptive, this is typed, okay, using the keyboard. So you have to be good both in writing and in typing for this particular exam. Okay, so yes, so first phase is objective and the second phase is descriptive. Everything is focusing on economics here, right? Another neat important thing to note here is that paper 1, okay, you need to qualify the cutoff for paper 1 to be able to write paper 2 and 3. Plus, when your marks are being added towards the final selection, that time the paper 1 marks are also added, right? So paper 1, that is your, what is paper 1? It is your objective economics. That means economics in MCQ format. It is asked. This paper is very important for two reasons. One, it helps you to qualify to write paper 2 and 3. Second, the marks are also added. Okay, so marks are also added in your final selection. So the higher you get the score, it will help you pull up your final score also. So it is very important aspect, and because it is MCQ based, you should try to aim a very high score in your paper 1. Now let us look at the trend of the vacancies that have come for DEPR. So this vacancies I am discussing only for DEPR department by RBI. So when RBI every year announces vacancies for grade B officers, it does it in three categories. There is general, there is DEPR, and then there is DSIM, which is the statistics department. So we are discussing here the DEPR. So these vacancies relate to DEPR. So over the years, last 4 years trend, last 4 recruitment trend, if we look at 2020, there was no recruitment that happened. So it came in 2021. So the last 4 recruitments, if we are looking at, if you see the trend in the vacancies, they have actually gone up, right? And it is a niche department, so an increase from 20 to 29 is a good increase in the number of vacancies. As against these vacancies, the number of applicants that were there were, around 4,000, less than 4,000 or 4,500. So it's a niche department, as I said, a targeted department where the number of applications for these vacancies were in this region. After that, the exams that the applicants who cleared paper 1, the objective, okay, so this is the objective MCQ based paper. So the number of applicants who cleared were almost 10 times, right? So almost 10 times people cleared the paper 1, and then the people who were called for the interview range from 2 to 3 times is the number who have been called for interviews, and the final selections have been against the vacancies. One thing to note, in 2021 actual vacancies were 29, but only 25 candidates were finally shortlisted. So it is a niche, a specialized department, and good vacancies, not too much competition. So if you have an interest in economics, if you have, if you are ready to do the hard work and the smart work, this is a very good vacancies that come out in RBI at the grade B level. Now let us also see the trend of the cutoff. So paper 1, which is the MCQ paper, the cutoff, if you see, have actually been coming down, right? This year in 2021 it was only 48, you can say approximately 48, which was less than 53 in 2019 and 59 and 61 in 2016. The Cutoff for paper 1, 2 and 3 out of 300. This is your objective, this is your economics descriptive, and this is your English. So papers here, if you see the trend, it has been around 60%. Around 60-61% has been the cutoff in the overall written examinations. And if we add the interview, the written examination and the interview, then this percentage has gone up to somewhere around 67%. Okay, so this, now if you are seeing the number that it has increased, please be aware that in 2021 this marks 249 was actually out of 375, because the interview marks had gone up from 50 to 75 in 2021, sorry, right? So in percentage terms it is around 67% only is the final cutoff, you can say, including the interview. Excluding the interview, it has been around 60%, and for paper 1 you can say on an average 50% is the cutoff that goes for this DEPR vacancies. Now let's come at the syllabus. The notification only simply mentions that the syllabus is of master's level degree of economics from any central university in India. Okay, so only master's degree level economics is what has been mentioned in the notification. Based on the past years questions that have come and certain serving and ex-DEPR officers, the syllabus, you can say, is around microeconomics, macroeconomics, international economics, public finance, industrial economics, econometrics and statistics. This, if we see on the basis of the past year questions and trends, microeconomics, macroeconomics and econometrics and statistics have an almost equal weightage in the exam, both in your objective paper and your descriptive paper. And the topics around which questions are asked are related to the common topics, the syllabus topics of microeconomics, that is theory of consumer demand, theory of production, theory of value, theory of distribution, welfare economics and industrial economics. Similarly, when we come to macroeconomics, the concept of national income, various economic growth and development and the models, growth and development models related to it, inflation and money, balance of payments, development economics and international economics and public finance are the syllabus here. And econometrics and statistics, if we are talking about, then probability, statistical inferences, various kinds of tests like t-test, z-test, f-test, time series, index numbers, sampling, correlation and regression, very important, are some of the syllabus topics. So how you can prepare is, there is a, again you can refer to any MA economics level of books that are used in any of the central universities in the country. Some of the very famous and important books that people refer to are, the list is available, visible on your screen, related to macroeconomics, the macroeconomics theory and policies by Froyen. Then even if you want to understand simple concepts in macroeconomics book by H.L. Ahuja, both for macro and micro, is a good book for you. For international economics and for various growth models and development models, the book by Salvatore is a very good and important book. When it comes to econometrics and statistics, book by Gujarati and S.C. Gupta are again the books that are mostly referred and are very good books for conceptual clarity and for your practice. Apart from these books, what else you should be referring to are the important documents of the government, which include your economic survey, so of the last year plus whichever this year when it will be released for 2022, that also you should be studying. Then the budget, of course, the latest budget and any other government announcements related to its fiscal and policy should be referred to. RBI's financial stability report, which comes every 6 months, that is what also you should refer to. and it's RBI's monetary policy coming out every 2 months. Apart from this, you should follow some newspaper for current affairs. You should be aware what is happening around you. Why? Because it helps you to cover topical topics, have certain viewpoints, improve your writing skills, and you can use the latest trends and data in your answers. For update about what is happening in the economy, you can also refer to the weekly and monthly BPedia compilations available at iExamB free of cost on our website, both in English and Hindi. Now let's discuss about the past year questions. What type of topics, what type of questions have been asked. Exact questions are difficult to get, but with our discussion with various students who have appeared for these exams in the last 2 or 3 years, these were the questions that we have been able to pick up and the trend. So if we look at the pattern, this exam is a numerical heavy exam where you expect numericals from all the three segments, that is microeconomics, macroeconomics, and of course econometrics and statistics. Questions are checking your conceptual understanding. So some important points that are repeated again and again are related to the economic models and growth models and the theories that are there, and economic updates. For this, your economic survey is very important. The topics, the chapters that are discussing, the topics that they are discussing, they become very important. Any news, any announcements, any big changes in the fiscal policy related aspects given by the government are very important, and similarly the ones given by RBI in relation to monetary policy are also important. To have a look at some of the memory based questions in microeconomics, questions have been there on ICC and Angel curve for inferior goods. There have been numericals on cost in relation to calculation of minimum ABC. Then monopoly and market structures related questions have come in the past. Elasticity related questions have been there in the past. Perfect competition, equilibrium, and general equilibrium related concept related questions have also come. Duopoly related questions. So market structures is important. Consumer surplus, comparative advantage, economic profit. So a good coverage of microeconomics topics have been asked. Similarly, in macroeconomics, if we say calculation related to what should be the growth rate of India if India has to reach the 5 trillion economy, the Higgins model was asked, I think, in 2019 paper. Then the matching of the theory and the authors of those theories have been asked. Simple question, direct questions. Um, simple concepts, simple data related questions which have been there in the budget or the economic survey. Those have also been asked in the past. So yeah, a lot of questions in the macroeconomics also, especially the MCQs, are actually picked up from the data that is being given in the economic survey. So yeah, and what has been in the news, so this is this I think came in 2018 or 19 when the bank mergers were done. As of now, you can say privatization of banks or disinvestment or monetization by the government is an important topical topic, so you should be aware about. And numerical on Keynesian model, uh, money multiplier, solo model, numericals on national income accounting, Lewis model. So a lot of questions revolve around the growth and development models in these exams, especially the paper one. When we come to econometrics and statistics, correlation and regression is a very important chapter, very important topic. Different questions, different type of calculations, numericals ranging from 2 marks to 3 marks and even 4 marks are covered from the econometrics and statistics. So as a step, what you can do is you can attempt a free mock test for DEPR, which is available on iExamB's website. So if you log into iexamb.com, there is a segment of free mock test that will be visible. In that, you have to choose RBI and you will be shown the list. Here, if you go for RBI DEPR, there is a mock test that is available exact exam pattern, same level of questions, same distribution between micro, macro, and statistics, different marks of 1, 2, 3, and 4 marks questions have been made, similar time frame has been given for you to attempt, so you can go and attempt and see the pattern and understand what is the level of questions, what is the pattern of questions, and the exam structure that is present for DEPR. At iExamB, we also have a course for DEPR, which is done under the guidance of very experienced faculties. For economics, we have Aditi Agrawal ma'am. She has done her MA in economics from JNU and has worked with the Department of Commerce under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and she has also been successfully mentoring and teaching for various UPSC aspirants in the past. She is now the economics faculty at iExamB. Apart from the permanent faculty, Aditi ma'am, we also have guest faculties who are former or currently serving DEPR or DISM officers who as guest lecturers do come and guide students on their preparation. Professor Dr. Sharath Malik is an ex RBI DEPR officer who is a guest faculty and a panel member for interviews at iExamB. Mr. Pradeep Maria is an ex-CGM from the DSIM department. He is also a guest faculty and panel member for interviews at iExamB. For your English descriptive paper, because that is also very important paper, 1/3 paper for your overall DEPR selection, we have regular guidance for descriptive English, both in terms of guidance and in terms of mock tests in your course, which are planned and structured by Dr. Sanjeev Sharma. He is ex-CGM RBI and an expert in mentoring for descriptive topics. He is also a guest faculty for communications at IIM Ahmedabad. Arunima Sinha, she is an expert in English language, has cleared various bank exams, ex-manager SIDBI. She has been mentoring for RBI Grade B and various other banking exams for more than a decade. Last year in 2021, we had launched the DEPR course and our first batch consisted of 5 students. So in 2021, when the notification for RBI Grade B officers had come out, that time we had launched this course and 5 students had enrolled with us. From these 5 students, 2 students got the final selection, and apart from that, we also had 4 more selections from our DEPR interview course. So we had in the first year 6 selections out of the 25 total selections that happened in 2021. And our current batch is also running with more and more mock tests being added in the course this year as compared to last year. The new year is round the corner, so as a gift from iExamB, we are offering a flat 40% off on all our courses, including RBI Grade B DEPR course. If you have any kind of queries or any more information you want, you can fill the form which is given in the description box. Thanks everybody for joining in. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon.